This is Cigar of the Year for last year, 2022. I'm Eric, you're watching Oakland Tobacconist. If you're interested in the top-rated cigar from all of our customers, friends, and family, check us out, you know where to find us. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It really helps the algorithm in getting the word out, and make certain that you hit that bell so that you are alerted every time we produce new content. In my hand, this is the Ceno Evil Lonsdale made by Shafio Cigar Collection. This was voted the best cigar of the OGT Humidor last year. What exactly is it? This comes from a small boutique company called Shafio Collection, or Shafio Cigars. It is a Lonsdale box press. It is a 6.5 by 46 box press featuring a San Andreas wrapper over Nicaraguan fillers. This is a extremely flavor-forward cigar, and strength level I would say is probably on the medium plus. It's not like too crazy. I wouldn't say like for someone who's just starting out, like you need a cigar to smoke this one if you've never had a cigar. But I will say it's very approachable and it's very well balanced. For a whole host of reasons, it was voted the best cigar out of the Humidor last year. Now, I want to talk about top cigars and the concept of top cigar list. The reason I want to talk about this is because we are on the fast approach of reaching the end of this year, 2023, and you are going to see a lot of lists. You're going to hear on podcasts, on videos, in magazines, that there are the best cigars out there and hear what they are. I really personally enjoy reading people's lists. I enjoy going over the lists because it's sort of energizing and to see like what take people have on the cigar industry and really where does their palate lie. However, do keep a wary eye out for some of those lists and the criteria that they create to form those lists. What exactly am I talking about? More often than not, when I see a top cigar list, it's normally one person's palate, one person's opinion, and them going on about how much they enjoyed that cigar. Now, that's not inherently bad. If you're watching that channel, and maybe if you sort of like have a similar palate as the person who you're reading about, then that's probably going to steer you in the right direction. However, it's not the end-all, be-all answer to what is the best cigar of 2023. Now, while this question is asked every time, and I enjoy putting that question, what was your top pick? What was your top cigars? What are your honorary mentions? That doesn't always mean what is the best cigar. In fact, someone can ask me that, and I can say, here are my top picks of the year. What does that mean? If you have a palate completely different than mine, you're probably not going to enjoy those cigars. So that's something to keep in mind when we see these like top picks of the year. However, what we have done, and why this cigar really impresses me of reaching that top list, is because it's not up to me. In fact, as it's fast approaching, pretty soon here at the end of November, we send out in email form, we send out on social media, and also here in the shop, we have a physical ballot box of which you vote your top 3 cigars of the year. You put in your votes, we tally them all together, and there it gives us our best cigar of 2023. And the criteria are simply that it must have come through this humidor. Whether it's a limited cigar, whether it's regular production, that is, I know, very tumultuous of a conversation. Some people think it should be just core line. If it's limited, it shouldn't count. Honestly, I think it counts if it was smoked in 2023. What were the best cigars? Now, while a cigar like this is not in regular production, it is limited. However, it was sent through all of our society members for last year. In fact, if you were part of the OGT Cigar Society, you were able to get this cigar. I will also say, if you were not, it would pop up now and then, and certain people who voted were able to snag the cigar when it was available and still voted on it. Now, I will say there are going to be some honorary mentions that I will be talking about, cigars that I feel like that were exceptional this year, one of which is El Pulpo from Artesano del Tobacco, rolled at AJ Fernandez Factory. That cigar is incredible. In fact, it belongs on a top list, and I really, really hope in some of the mainstream top lists that we see, we're going to see that cigar on that list. However, I will say personally for me, I think it's exceptional. I also feel like if you haven't got your hands on the Renfield, that might be top list criteria. And I've heard so much great feedback from it. I certainly hope you get a chance to try it and see if it potentially has a place on your list. And really, here's something that I will say very important when it comes to having a top list. We're talking about a contemporary setting. We're talking about cigar smokers that are invested now in what to smoke, what they enjoy, what to really partake in, what is out there that should be tried. I think is the biggest bummer to me is when certain lists are not relevant to the time and really not kind of like in the trenches of what people are enjoying right now. Just kind of doing fallback opinions of, well, this has always worked, we'll stick with that. That's one thing. Now I know it's a personal preference, but I feel like if this is a top list for this current year, a lot of cigars that are currently new or currently on the market should probably be on that list. Unless you're saying that nothing good has come out in the last 10 years, which I definitely don't believe is true. In fact, I've often said it before, I will say it again. I feel like this is one of the best times to be a cigar smoker because the level of quality and like interesting flavors that didn't even exist that are now in the process of cigar making now, that to me should really spice up your Cigar of the Year 2023 list this coming season. What are the cigars of 2023 that you feel like need to be spotlighted, that are exceptional, that rise above? In fact, this year there were so many new releases. Which ones really stood out amongst the others? And also, even if it's a core line, what still smokes better than some of the new releases? I would love to know your thoughts. Keep a wary eye for top lists that are coming out. Some are great, some are educational, and some just make me disappointed. As always, thank you for watching. We will see you next time on Oak Glen Tobacconist.